back to Hwaitingradio. This is season 1, episode 3. My name is Lisa, and we're here with our special guest, CD.
Annyeonghaseyo. Hello, everyone. My name is CD. I'm from AK3R. Annyeonghaseyo. Yodo. CD입니다. Hello.
We're also here with Gyonnie.
Hello.
Ilanna.
Hey.
And Peggy.
Hi.
Our topic for today is Produce 101, and there's been a lot of drama going on with it, so I'm going to put it on you guys and let you guys talk about it. Does anybody have anything to say?
Oh, definitely.
Mnet is literally about to, burn.
The theme of the season is wasted talent.
Yeah, literally.
They had...
there was so much talent, and I can't.
Even before there was the whole drama with the final lineup, some of the people they got rid of mid-season should have been in the group over people that came in the group, ended up in the group.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I said this on our Twitter, but to say it again, that the point of the group should have been make a group full of a main vocalist and a main dancer and a main rapper, and then you look at the lineup and their official titles are sub vocal, sub rapper, sub. Why are you making a group full of subs when you could have had a group full of mains?
Legit, oh my gosh, this whole show is, I don't know, man.
And
it's just
if we're gonna talk about in the very last episode, the final one where they put the team together and they were like, this is what's up for a whole year and a half. They told everyone who was 11 through 14 before the voting even happened, so everyone can be like, oh, my precious little Daehui's not in the group, let me vote really quick to get him in. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna say it right here, personally don't think Daehui is better than some people that came in 30th and 40th. So that's not saying he doesn't have talent, but I personally don't think he has as much as everyone thought he did. He's just a cute face to look at.
I personally thought Samuel, my boy, y'all, this child, that's like my baby right there. He should have debuted.
He needs a fucking chance.
The video, I saw so much videos of his facial expression, honestly
so
broke
sad.
my heart. He looked so disappointed and broken, and even S-Coops from 17 came there to the final to support him, and I was like, that boy, oh my god. And I just can't, how can he not? He has so much talent.
To see him go through, he went through Pledis and was gonna be in 17, and then to go through One Punch, and then that was done because he got betrayed, and then now he's in Brave Brothers and Brave Entertainment, and they're like, you know what, you're gonna go on and you're gonna be a star. He came in the top ranking for every single episode, and then didn't end up in the group. If this was an international vote, which it wasn't, the voting would have been completely different. Mm-hmm.
Legit, they should have put international and them, and I honestly, I don't. Some of the people in that group I thought should have not even debuted. I'm sitting here why are they in this group? Please.
And there were so many people who were in it that were already in groups, every newest member.
Oh my goodness,
for them to have to come in the first episode and be auditioning with people who were who are still trainees or who have just been training for 6 months when they've been in where they're 5 years deep.
Well, look at us.
That doesn't
I
mean
think his name is
immediately
the group name. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I think the one group, I don't know how to say their name, and I'm gonna
101?
butcher it. No, not that one. It starts with an N.
Newest?
Yes. Oh my god. I personally thought the fact that they have to come on a show filled with a bunch of trainees because Pledis wouldn't even give them the right promotions.
It's sad because they said we don't have money to make another album, so this is our last resort. The four of them came on, killed it, and at the end, the only one that made it,
one.
He literally was like, okay, Minhyun was like, I shouldn't be doing this. Junghyun was the leader in every competition and group and everything he was in, and had a smile on his face and was proud of his boy.
Shit.
And was like, okay, well, fuck me, I guess.
The boy was literally crying. He was the only one who made it, but he was crying by himself because none of his members were I felt so bad. Pledis acts don't get me wrong, I love 17, they're my heart, but they act like that's the only group they have. But, like, I'm so confused. You have Princeton, you have Newest. Like, come on, what are you doing?
At least now, since the finale happened, like, all of Newest things have been, like, trending. Like, their songs shot up the charts.
Yes.
Like, it's given them the recognition that they've deserved. But it's hard because one member's still in the group, and so they can't actually promote as a whole group for another fucking year and a half.
That made me so mad. Like, oh my god.
I think it's the situation. Like, even though I'm pretty heated, however, I still have hope for Samuel, because here's the thing. Samuel, if you watch the season, you know that Samuel was trying to get himself like Somi, because one thing him and Somi have in common, both of them are technically foreigners or a foreign blood. Both of them ranked in similar positions, 59, number 2. They were number 1 at some points in time. The one thing that he missed, Somi's first survival show was 16, and she was
she had already done stuff.
She was supposed to debut with Twice.
He was in the top for most of that show until the last episode. So I think, and Samuel was in the top for most of this show until the last episode. So if he really wants to stick to that Somi effect, then either A, he's going to have to go on another survival show and destroy it like Somi did, because Somi honestly murdered, not IOI, but she murdered, she like destroyed her comp. I didn't watch season 1 because I knew Somi was going to win. If you know how Mnet is and you know how certain trainees are, and I know how Somi is. If you watch 16, you know how she is. You know she was going to win. Samuel, I know how Samuel is. If you followed him since he was in 17, you know he's going to come back and just destroy it. He's already debuted once.
And
yeah,
on the
and
topic
they told him they were like,
yeah. I was going to say in terms of. I was gonna say, in terms of Newest, if you're going to put Newest on that show, don't put them in there as we need this. No. The best edit I ever saw was when Dahui was talking about how terrified he was of Backho when he was walking. If you're going to make Newest get on that show, put them in there as this is your biggest competition. These are 6-year-olds. And they're gonna make you work your butts off, because even though they didn't come in first place, everyone was still like, we need to watch out for Newest, because Newest
they literally made it seem like, oh, these hopeless boys that are gonna live out on the streets, and it's like
Dongho's the power vocalist of
the
century
and power thighs of the century, just gonna add that in.
They about to destroy you, like what?
He's thick as a brick, but he also has the voice of an angel.
Like, and on the topic of, like, Samuel and, like, Somi, it was, like, supposedly Samuel is supposed to debut as a solo artist, like, because back up. So, it was said that if he didn't make it in the top 11, he was going to debut anyways as a solo artist, because apparently he already recorded, like, 10 whole songs, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
they already told him, they were like, we're putting out an album, and it's like, that's okay. Well, that's what.
And I'm like, okay, I'm ready for Samuel to snatch my edges off. Whatever, okay.
Because they can't ignore the kind of support he's had, even if, like, you know, more locally he didn't get the votes, but internationally he's receiving a major amount of attention. So they're not going to ignore that.
Legit. And, like, I was on Instagram and it said that apparently Mnet is, like, racist, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
Okay, that's one thing I try not to, as a black person, people don't like it when we play the race card, but I just keep it in the back of my mind. Like, when Samuel first didn't get that first place part, I was like, maybe it's because he's got a little bit of, and I was like, nah, I'm thinking too hard.
I didn't think about it. I was like, okay, and then I had to, like, ask them, why do you think they're racist? Is because apparently he's supposedly, like, nobody clarified that he's actually half Mexican.
Right. Well,
his last name. He literally changed his last name to please the Korean public, which is disgusting.
And I'm just like, boy.
Yeah, he
and
is.
Also, like, I thought of it when you said that he, like, with the Somi thing with him, and it's like, again, it's sensitive to speak on certain topics, but we saw, like, screenshots of comments from, you know, like, people online and Korean stuff saying that, you know, because he's a foreigner, but Somi was a foreigner who looked a certain way, and then that's not the way Samuel looks, and you know, and it's like
he has, like, a tan skin, and she looks like an actual Korean, like, and I'm just like, really, guys?
And for them to look at that instead of, you know, what he does is a bit disappointing, but at least it's turning into something probably bigger for him.
It's really annoying that a lot of the times popularity overshadows talent on that stupid show.
And that made me so mad. Like, is the whole thing with Samuel.
Even from season one up until now, they edit that show like people have actually murdered someone, and it's
legit.
Like you're making some of the best people look bad on purpose so they won't get the votes, and it's like you're rigging it for who you want to win. How is that fair?
My whole thing on like the whole thing, I understand people are like honestly mad about the whole thing, but I don't like how people are saying, I think their name is 101. I don't know why they choose that, but okay. That they're not gonna last. They should, just disband already. I'm like, okay, I understand you're mad about the lineup, but at least give them a chance.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do now, and the kids that are in it are talented, but obviously not everyone's favorite. Like, you could have had a different favorite that didn't end up in the group, but it's not like we don't have to sit here and be like, the whole group fucking sucks.
Legit, like, this person was like, they're not even gonna last a year, and I'm like, first of all,
well, they have a contract actually, so.
Also, I just realized something. 101 is a way of saying 101 is wordplay. I just realized that.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness gracious.
In my head. Yeah. I see what they did there.
But last year they made a different group. It was IBI, right? For IOI people.
IBI was a group of girls that literally didn't make it into IOI, and they promoted and did music shows and everything.
So let's make one or two.
Let's put the group that did you guys see that they everyone was saying they tweeted a picture of the group that was supposed to be or whatever, and it was like a mistake. Someone could have photoshopped that, it doesn't matter, but
it's going
the people
around
that didn't make it, the ones that didn't make it, we wanna that group to debut.
Like, it's going around how apparently some people were actually supposed to be in the group, but I'm just like, Get your shit together. Like, literally, get your shit together.
We're just going to throw it out there from a personal standpoint that Woojin from the East Light and A-Tom of Top Dog should have gone a lot further, a.k.a. into the group.
I'm gonna add Taehyun from Hot Shot into that, because holy hell, his Shape of You focus, oh my god. He choreographed that whole thing. Like, sign me up for all of that.
And I know nobody's mentioned him, but can we have some justice for Jang Mook Boong here? Give some justice give him some justice here. Long-haired prince, give him some justice. That boy deserves
for Jack.
Yes, give him some justice. That boy deserves some love. Okay.
He's gonna end up having his own variety show.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Like, when I first saw him, I didn't like him, and then like he started like growing on me. I was like, okay.
He'll end up being like the center of his own fucking television show or something. Like,
also, that's the nicest hair I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
That's like, can we just hit me up, like, because his hair.
And what do you do? I think he said he was like, I just wash it.
Wait, what? Okay, I wash my hair like.
Right, I'm like,
I don't even look like that. Please teach me your ways.
One thing I will applaud, though, is that, like, one thing that I love about the way, even though the producers and the editing is a bit, I do appreciate the judges. I appreciate the fact that, hey, look, Kahi's judging your dancing. Kahi, okay, backstory about people who don't know Kahi, because this is a whole new generation of K-pop stans. Kahi has been Boa's backup dancer for years. Before she was after school, she was a backup dancer for Boa, and she had already debuted once in a girl group before. And when she actually debuted in after school, she was 29. So before anyone call Kahi old, she ain't just old. She just old school. There's a difference. And the vocal trainers, the two vocal trainers, I don't know the guy per se, but I know that the girl is one of JYP's best vocal trainers. She knows her ish. Same thing with the rap team. You got Cheetah to be the rap coach. Okay, sit down, be quiet. Okay, that's enough said. Okay, dance trainers. I liked how every single person, the dance trainer, the rap trainer, just for everyone knew it was obviously well gifted in their craft, and they were training him. All tea, all shade. And good thing our host didn't spend 90% of the time saying, "Oh, I like you, you're pretty. I like you, you're pretty. I like you, you're pretty." I like how Boa actually critiqued them. Host from last year, who all he did was just like, "You're pretty."
Definitely.
No, he was so funny though, but I just appreciate how she was more of a teacher than just a host.
And adding on to what you're saying, like when they were in the rooms and stuff, it's good that they weren't like, yeah, that will pass. It was like, what you're doing right now sucks, so you need to work on it. So like they actually helped the ones that like weren't that great at dancing at the beginning, like they made them become better dancers, and the singers, and it's like they actually helped them, even though a bunch of them, 90% of them didn't debut or anything. They learned so much, and they actually got like constructive criticism, and now you can guess what? You're gonna be a star probably.
The judges too, or not judges, the coaches or whoever, being people who have already kind of been through like what people go through to debut or to be an artist, like that's what this show is kind of crazy too, because it's like for so many people debuting is like so like life or death, like it's like this is my last chance, or that so many people try so hard and like sacrifice their entire like youth and life to do these things, and that's why people get so passionate about it, because it's like if people spend all this time and are completely talented, stuff can still not happen for them just because that's how it works out, and that's like heartbreaking.
Probably why Kaki was crying when she saw Newest, because she was like, wow, they did the whole thing, and now they're back to square one.
I felt so bad for them, because like they had such a strong debut, and they had good promotions at the beginning, just to fall down and come on a show with trainees. And I'm like, come on, they have so much talent. What can we not like about them? Like, please explain to me. Like, I'm so confused.
The country of Korea didn't like anything about them, clearly.
Well, they need to open their eyes.
Open your rice. Okay, but one thing I must point. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm a pun master.
Okay, we're just adding really quick. There's one part of that song where Mark Lee absolutely says the word ass, and no one's gonna tell me
he does it the longest, right?
He tells everyone. There's one part. There's one.
That's right. He says open your ass.
No, he's telling everyone to open their ass at one point. So that's nothing we need to talk about now. But that's what happens.
Oh goodness gracious.
We can,
but go on.
Yeah,
CD.
to continue.
Oh, what I was gonna say is one thing I appreciate. The one thing that I will always appreciate is that one thing. I think it was during the audition process when one of the boys was playing on his guitar and he was singing. The first thing Boa said is, "Do you want to be a singer-songwriter, or do you want to be an idol?" And that's one thing that's an important question, because some people think that the idol business is, I can just be artsy fartsy like G-Dragon. No. G-Dragon's still an idol, even though him and Zico and all that, even though they're all artsy and ish, they're still idols. They still go through the process. It's still a pain in the tuchus. So like.
Also, I think he made it into the group. So good on him, huh? He was.
Did,
I think it was Jaquan. He was an individual trainee, which is lit for him because now he doesn't have to share money with any company.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I applaud. I think the other thing I applaud is that like. Some people, in my opinion, on that show relied too much on one thing. Like there was one situation where this rapper did not want to sing. He's like, I'm a rapper, I shouldn't be singing. Well, here's the thing: if you ask a singer to rap, it's easy. It will come unless you're like. Let me rephrase. Unless you're a certain trainee whose name I will not mention, who absolutely positively was horrible at rapping because he apparently had no sense of rhythm. But most singers can easily just, this is my rap verse, okay, because that's what most idol groups do. If you don't have a rapper, okay, you rap this line. For Rania, Juki was picked to rap this. Juki's the main vocal, and they had her rapping in one of the songs. So like. And like, if you are so stuck on your one skill that you can't survive in the show without. I'm trying not to curse here, even though I know I can't. My mother might be listening. So, if you can't come on the show and you can't diversify yourself and all you want to do is rapping, then the door is that way, my friend.
Like, if you're not well-rounded, then what's your plan?
That's another reason that Atom Sangyeon should have gone a lot further, because he's like a crazy good rapper and known for his rapping, but then he had to sing songs that were completely not his style, and he like did great. And so it's like things like that where you have to be so well-rounded to even get to a certain point here.
What I was going to say is I do hope that this, if anything, if this group is going to be the way it is, first of all, I hope Old Boy stops his dang crying. He cried, I don't know his name, but he cried every 5 seconds. But I hope someone gets him a tissue because he won't stop crying. I hope him and I hope this whole group is pretty successful, because IOI, even though they were only a year, even though I did not like. Okay, I eventually grew to like all their songs, okay? Even though I hated Dream Girls, it's sad because their final stage, I was like, Dream Girls is
okay, but they put out What a Man, so that's fine.
Yeah, What a Man was
legit. Awesome. Like when What a Man came out, y'all.
That sample though?
Best sample ever. Okay. I will just say I hope that whatever producers they get do them justice, because IOI, even though there's a trend these days for certain people to not like girl groups, hey, IOI was still a monster, okay?
And also, IOI got a song from Woozy of 17, so if he just wants to, legit. Do that again.
Right.
Yeah, so like hopefully these boys don't get put on a pedestal and win
and then get given shit. Yeah.
Yeah, or win awards that we all know for a fact they don't deserve just because they're pretty, because we know how the fandom can get when they see pretty boys. So let's hopefully they stand for talent and not looks, and let's hope Daniel can stay out of trouble.
Right? I was just gonna say, as much as we're upset by certain things, we were really happy for Daniel because he grew a lot throughout the show, and I think
they made him
a good person to be
first couple episodes. They were like, watch out for Daniel, he's a sneak, and then it's
like a little like
he's a sweet boy with a sweet face and a sweet ass body.
Alana proving CD, right?
What? I'm sorry. No, he's the main dancer of the group now, so
that's true. His Get Ugly fan cam, the Get Ugly performance actually should be what they promote, I think. They should bring Samuel into it.
Supposedly debuted in August.
Are they?
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard, but I don't know if that's like actually true, but I've heard that they're supposed to officially debut in August.
Anticipating it.
And they're going for more time than IOI did, correct?
December of 2018.
Yeah, their contract is until the end of next year, which is kind of crazy for the people who like for example, like Newest, where one member is in the group and others aren't, that it has to pause for certain people for like a whole year and a half. So it'll be interesting to see what people do with that time, and if there are any loopholes that can be created, like subunits or any stuff like that. Like, what's anyone else going to do in the meantime?
I honestly cannot believe they made one member debut from Newest in the group, and just like what are you doing? Please get your shit together. Like, they came on here so they could get recognized, and you literally took out every other member except for one. So I just not understand that.
Right.
They're all talented in my opinion. If they could come back with a strong comeback and snatch my edges, my money is going to that.
Right, as fucked up as the show is, at least it gives people exposure and makes you more familiar, and that you're like, oh no, I would love to support this person actually, even though they've been getting screwed over for 9 weeks.
Right, and for the ones that did get screwed over, to use what Peggy was just saying, now Samuel's gonna put out that album and skyrocket right to the top of the charts.
I am ready. I have my money ready. Let's go.
Just saying, Samuel will be like, okay, watch Samuel make Wonder Girls and put out his albums in 5 languages.
Right?
If he really couldn't, oh my gosh.
People were saying after, when everyone was freaking out on Twitter after it ended, everyone was like, put them in an NCT unit. Who cares? Have them do whatever.
Legit. I saw someone say put Samuel in 17. It can be 14 members. I don't care. Make an equation to equal 17.
They really should put him in there. I honestly would love, because when I saw Samuel when he was such a little kid, I thought he was the cutest little thing ever. I thought they all loved him.
When they made him jump on trampolines for 18 hours.
I thought their interaction was the cutest thing ever, and I was like, and he's not debuting with them? What you doing, guys? Again, get your shit together, but okay.
Right. I feel like eventually, though, for him, since he's gone through so much and everyone has watched him go through so much, literally everything that's his ups and downs have been in the public eye the whole time, that there's going to be something that it's he'll have his moment where it's okay, this makes sense. This is where you should be. This is what you should be doing.
Everyone's ready to see him prosper.
Because he's only fucking 15 years old. You still got time, kid.
That
legit.
Is so
I'm 17 and I look at him and I'm I've literally done nothing useful with my life.
We are 22 and 23, so we'll say that about you and Samuel.
Feeling hella untalented.
And hella old.
Random question: who's the leader of this group?
Me.
Wano. Not this one. Wano.
Lisa's the leader of
Wano. When I was asking who's the leader of Wano.
I honestly don't know, to be honest.
People were saying that the boys started turning to each other when they realized Jonghyun was not in the group because he was the leader for so many things throughout the show, that they were wait, who's going to be our leader? They were we don't fucking know.
Yeah, because last
y'all
year,
should just put the boy in there.
Yeah, because last year everyone was okay, so his wait, it was Sohye, right? That's her name, right? That's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, she's gonna be the leader, no doubt. But like now that Junghyun's gone, it's like, well, let's not put the crybaby, because we don't need a leader who cries every 5 seconds. Let's not put the center who should have never been. Daniel
was the IOI leader? I think it was Nayoung from
from Princeton. Yeah.
She was? Oh,
she was the leader of IOI.
She was? Oh, dang, I'm getting my leaders mixed up. Jesus Christ.
Point still stands, though, CD.
Yeah, we got it.
We are Princeton. But,
Anya.
I vote whoever, if I just vote that, hey, back off.
You got this.
Minhyun should be leader. Just say, stay at Sunbae 6 years,
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been around long enough, even though he's not the he knows what he's doing.
He does,
all the members will fall in love with him. You saw what happened in that one scene with him and other kid when they were about to start making out. So
other kid.
I forgot his name. There's one.
CD's got his priorities.
I have priorities. Ship it hard.
I just honestly hope they can be good at what they do, and they be a great group. And if they're not,
with this type of show where it's like everyone becomes a fan of a different person, literally this might sound not wrong, but it might not happen. It's kind of hard. It's not hard for them to fail, but each member of the group has a trillion fans, so it's like a super group that's you're setting them up for success. You're building this group of people who have so many fans that you're here, and here are all of your things. Here are all of your awards and your songs.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what their initial concepts are going to be, or even throughout the whole year, what the overall group concept is going to be. Because I feel like everyone had a certain idea of who was going to be in the group, so then you thought, and now it's I'm not really sure what they're going to. Right?
Are they going to go from Dream Girls to
are we going to have
What a Man?
The Produce 101 jackets and stuff at first, and then turn into something else, or what are we going to be doing?
Also, what pick me do you guys like better? Season 1 or season 2?
I will say this. If I want to, oh God, I'm clicking now. If you want to feel good about your life, season 2. If you want to get sassy and then shade your friends and then dance like a monster, season 1.
Okay, that's true as hell.
Yeah,
that's all for season 1.
Yeah, season 2 makes me just want to go do. I want to go get my life together, even though my life isn't necessarily a mess. But it makes me feel like I need to go fix my life. Season 1, I'm just you will watch me slay this song. You will watch me slay this song. Bow down, bow down, bow down, bow down. You will watch me slay this song.
Yeah.
That might be the most accurate breakdown of those 2 songs I've ever heard, honestly. But it's yes, that's 100%. I'm excited to see, too, as the group goes on, just because as IOI went on, I feel different girls started to show as stars and as artists, and I'm interested to see who can possibly have even more of a come up over the next year and a half.
Yeah,
maybe
that we could be
the ones that were.
Who's gonna be Chunga?
Yeah, the ones that's weird. We're watching Ikigayo right now, so that's really amazing.
It is.
We the ones that weren't not noticed or recognized during the show, but there was obviously. These guys are the top favorites, and this one winks all the time, so he's the guy you're going to pay attention to, and it's there could be hidden gems that we won't know about for a full year.
Right? We could be pissed right now and then be oh, shit, this actually worked out great. Sorry.
Yeah, that wink was deadly, even though I was trying my hardest to avoid him. That wink was deadly. I'm I hate you. He winks. I'm oh, God damn it. But
he wants me dead.
I'm I vote a Somi Samuel subunit needs to happen. If not, JYP we fighting. I'm just saying. Brave sound. I trust, even though Brave brothers are questionable in their choices. I will say JYP and Brave Sound as producers are amazing. So
we gotta get Samuel doing some dope shit instead of collaborations with Silento.
Right.
I mean, it's not.
Oh, that was so tragic.
And it's you know what? He's a nice boy. Why do you have to do that?
You're so young. Watch me whip. Watch me nay.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. Right. It's you know what? You took what you got.
We know what you can do. You were just forced to do that.
Yeah. At least Silento, you know, stayed. At least Silento was loyal to Samuel, unlike some other rappers we know.
That
Who
is the tea.
Who am I talking about? I have no idea.
Silento was a friend. Samuel needs some of those around him. Well, he's going to bigger and better things anyway. You know, it'll be just a flashback for him. It'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Right. I don't know her then.
Like when he like debuts and he hits everyone, everyone's gonna be like, well, damn, we fucked up. Like y'all gonna wish y'all did.
Y'all gonna learn today.
The rest of us on the internet are gonna be like, fuck it, until we told you.
Yeah.
We told you to debut him, but you didn't.
Samuel will be like, look at me. I'm not the one who's in the dungeon of YG. Ooh, who am I talking about? I have no.
Wow.
There's so much people in the dungeons everywhere these days. I give up.
I give up.
Like with NCT Unit, there's still one person in the dungeon for how long? And like, y'all gonna debut him anytime soon? No, okay.
Right. That's why shows like this, everyone's like, please, for the love of God, they need to get outside.
Put him in NCT when in doubt. Their graduation.
Actually sit here and wait for him to debut, and you just know he's not gonna debut anytime soon. So stop waiting.
All right, I didn't know a lot about Produce 101, but I definitely learned a lot in this episode, and I hope you did too. If you have any opinions about Produce 101, if you learned a lot, let us know in the comments down below, and see you on the next episode.
Thank you for watching this episode. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to chime in and add your own comments, leave a comment below. Make sure to subscribe and go watch our other episodes.